Ado with the album Zanmu. We are continuing our track by track listen through to every single song on the album. And yes, that means we are up to Rebellion. Now, I've got to say, when we jump into a Rebellion, it's got a tough act to follow. I'm a Controversy was the last one I did a reaction to. And I got to be honest, I have been, in the time between I did that reaction and sitting down to do this next round, this next session of reactions, I've been re-listening to that song a lot. I said this at the time. I can't, in all good honesty, tell you it's the most best quality, gonna stay with you forever, emotionally resonant song on the album. There are other songs that maybe in 10 years' time will resonate with me more, but right now, I'm a Controversy. That is just so catchy, so irreverent, so silly, so much fun. I absolutely freaking love that. So Rebellion has got a lot to follow. Now, by the name, you know, that last song was kind of rebellious in a cheeky way. I'm wondering whether this is going to follow suit. It's even shorter. It's less than 3 minutes. But I know nothing more than that. So let's jump in and check out Rebellion by Ado. And I think I probably should turn the camera a little bit. I keep on disappearing behind the video. There we go. I'm a little bit more visible now. Let's go. Let's jump in with this one. This is Rebellion by Ado. Oh, I'm liking that old school rock intro. Okay. That is fun. All right, where are we going with this? I like how it's doing like those like little playful things with her voice. It's a very straight sort of rock and roll song, but it's really, really fun. And it's got... Oh, that's catchy. Oh, that's fun. There's lots of lovely little rhythmic changes in the vocals that I'm really enjoying. Most of what I'm enjoying is coming from the way that all these rhythm changes, and they're almost all being projected through the vocals. Nice with the key change. Wow. Okay, that. I feel like Ado has just really had so much fun on this one. Ooh. All right, there is, yeah, okay. Not what I expected. I guess in a way maybe I should have expected. I don't know. Like, that's one of the things I love about Ado. Every time you press play, you don't know exactly what you're going to get next. This was musically, it's got a rock and roll sort of vibe to it, but actually the guitars for the best part are quite quiet. This is not an overly aggressive sounding song. Sorry, in the instrumentals. Yeah, it's got a rock and roll vibe, but most of the backing's just kind of like just about keeping this sort of like it's kind of fast pace going on, and almost all of this is just projected through the tone of her voice. Sorry, don't know where his cough's come from. But you know, I am really impressed by yeah, again, none of this is stuff that we should be surprised from Ado at this point. But I'm really impressed by the way that the rhythm in this keeps on flipping up. She's got so many little changes in her voice. Plus, there's these little fun bits where she's just kind of making these noises, like the wow, 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 wow bit. The the repetition in the chorus. Yeah, that sort of repetition over and over. And even the bit of the opening where she does like the little. Wait. What are you doing? I don't know. Who even asked it? Did someone write that on a piece of paper? What's the lyrics? This bit goes. I don't know. I just honestly, I love it. It's so random. It's so freaking random, and it's just perfect. It's that kind of thing. Do you know what it is actually? It's that kind of thing where you can tell a musician who's having, or usually a singer especially, who's having fun, when you just leave them in there, and rather than just singing the bits, they'll just be making little noises and stuff between their lines. They'll just be out there, and they'll just be making just ad-libbing backing vocals, and just all these other things will, when you listen to the recording track back, there'll be all these other little bits all over the recording where they've just been making little weird noises and stuff because they're just feeling it, and you can't stop your body moving when you're sort of like, it just sort of sounds come out, and it sounds really weird, but honestly, if you work with a singer in the studio and you listen back to the recording, that is so often a thing. There's these little sounds go out and you'd be like, oh, that's cool, I'm just gonna mix that into the backing, turn that up a little bit. And I could just imagine that was something that she just totally ad-libbed that. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe it was written in, maybe the producer said, hey, do this, but I could just imagine her just ad-libbing that in. And that's what I mean. This whole song has this feeling where, even though it's really well written, you can just imagine there's just this vibe to it where you can just imagine her sitting there, just kind of like bouncing ideas off of this backing. Because the backing, again, it's nice, but it's very simple. There's nothing particularly complicated going on in the background of the song. It's just sort of like, 3 or 4 chord rock and roll song. The instrumental's all pretty turned down, more about just sort of maintaining the beat. But Ado is having so much fun in this, and I think the end result is something really effective. In fact, I said something recently about last couple of songs. Rockstar very much is a good example of this, but Elf was similar too, in that both of those songs I felt were examples of pieces of music where the backing was not super complicated and wasn't really doing a huge amount, but it was laying this perfect groundwork where Ado could have fun. And this song is like doing that turned up to 11. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought this was a good little bit of entertainment, and it had its moments, but it did all of that in less than 3 minutes, which for me is very, very impressive. The animation as well, I'm getting the feeling this is a tie-in with something, just from a lot of the stuff we were seeing on screen and like some of the captions and stuff. But I must admit, I just felt like as a general, this was, this really felt like it was a punchy, fun video that definitely played well with what was going on musically. So it says who it was by as well, didn't it? Oh, that's a cool little visual. Chinozo. Don't know Chinozo. Let's see if we go. They've been really good in a lot of these in like sort of posting the links and stuff underneath. So let's see if we can find out who Chinozo is. Not a name that I recognize. All right, show us who you are, Chinozo. Let's find out. Click the links. Always, that's what I like. Songwriting is such an important art. They always say, go find out who the songwriter was. I know a lot of you do, but go find out who the songwriter is. Go find out more about them, because it can often be like really, really cool. All right, they got their own channel and stuff. And the last thing they pinned was a piece of music. I'm not going to play it out loud just in case I get a copyright strike for it. Don't know if Chinozo is as equally friendly on copyright as Ado, but maybe we'll find out about that next. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. If you want to check out more Chinozo, I definitely would. That sounds like a lot of fun. Some of the songwriters, as a general, as you'd expect from an Ado project, have been absolutely superb. They're really amazing stuff. But yeah, okay, that was just a lot of fun. Visuals were good. Song was nice, direct, good old fashioned sort of rock and roll song, but with the Ado element carrying it to new heights, front and center. I would definitely say this is a song that, although it might not be like a priority one I would come straight back to, I know that when and this is what I sometimes say this about songs, and I think it sounds like faint praise, but in all honesty, it's a genuine compliment when I say this is one of those songs where even if I didn't necessarily keep it in a playlist forever and ever to seek out as its own thing, if I put on this album and this song comes back round, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that one was fun. That's the one with the at the beginning. That's the one with like the catchy chorus, catchy chorus. It's one of those ones where it'll be like every time you hear it, it'll be like being reunited with an old friend. So yeah, I think this is definitely a good fun song. Fairly straight shooting, but a lot of fun, and just continuing this general level of both quality and variation that this album is really demonstrating. Like the variation is wild. Next song is All Night Radio. No idea what to expect, but the name immediately sounds fun. So yeah, I'm going to check that out next. Anyway, get in the comments, tell me what you guys thought, and until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these. For now, ciao, ciao.